Hey yo YouTube, I am here to continue my video journal of my D&D game. Um, Starting off this section where we left off last time, where we just freed the slaves. Um, Last week I was a little disappointed that I forgot to because I wanted to say my predictions of what was going to happen this week. Uh, Luckily, I did it because my predictions were completely wrong. Um, when we start off, I asked both the female Wimmick that speaks feline, and I asked also the not Wimmick lady. We heard there were two performers. Where is the other one? And I was sure that the DM was gonna say that the other one was up performing and that we were gonna have to go free her. Uh, Whenever the DM took a long time to answer, I realized I was wrong. Eventually, he ended up saying that it died. I guess not that long. I don't remember when he said it died, but he said that it died. And then I also asked, whenever I first saw the female Wemmicks, one of them said like, "Am I from Tal's tribe?" And so I asked who Tal was. And again, the DM kind of took a while to answer. He ended up saying that that's the Wimmick that's part of the freedom fighter. And I said like, I would like to meet him, but first we have to figure out how to get out of here. Uh, by the way, the player that plays Nina ain't here today, so mostly the DM controlled her this session. Every now and then I did put in a few inputs of what I thought Nina may do or not do. Um, so after that, I'm sure you saw them, or if you would have seen my last video, you would have seen on the map there was raccoons, and those were raccoon folks that were like uh, cleanup janitors or something like that. And they tell us that there's other slaves, and if we use the dog that Nina is controlling, we should be able to just go have them go in there and free them without us having to fight or anything like that. So we send them in. They come back and a lot of the other slaves are more of like the servants and stuff like that. Apparently, some of them are like the announcer ladies that are in the carnival. Um, the the raccoons tell us that pretty much the easiest way for us to get out here is if we have the dog lead us and we pretend like Kotaku and even me, because like we talk about if we could put the cage back together and we can't. Just act like we're guarding them and we're traveling a group of slaves through the city. Uh, Eventually, like I thank the raccoons because I'm thinking, man, they're being really helpful and stuff like that. And they say, well, this is the only way we're gonna get out here without getting torn apart because we're in the middle of like a Roman city. So we do as the raccoons planned. Nothing goes with the hitch. They lead us to a sewer system, and we end up going through that. And the same thing, the raccoons seem to luckily know the route and get us back to the base. Um, After we get to the base, Beck says that she ends up going to the town for the night and stuff like that. I believe All Right goes with her. I'm not 100% sure on that. Most of us just took a rest though, like we came back from the fight. So when Beck comes back like the next morning, or I guess later that night, she ends up talking to Onyx Gar and telling him that she needs to know more about the vampires in this world, like what they're like. And she did some asking around. I think she said that she made contact with another Type 3. And pretty much she found out that there's a nest not far away, a vampire nest. And most of them are different type of Type 3s than what she is. Cause like I said, she's like she's living. She still could go in sunlight. She still eats and uses the bathroom. Just like she does have like a craving for blood, stuff like that. But like I said, there's other type threes. There's some that are like zombie-like, more zombie-like, where they're actually dead. I guess there's some that they kind of keep their conscience, but they're dead. Then there's one that's just like they're just made to be fed off of, which are what most type threes are for, anyways. But she says that there's two of them that are kind of like her, where they're like the living kind. We need to keep those two alive, I guess, for questioning, and uh, and then I believe there's also a type two in there. Uh, so I end up asking when she wanted to leave. I guess since it's the morning, uh, around when she tells us, or I'm not sure. Uh, but they say like dawn's breaking, so we got the whole day, and we said we should go whenever it's daylight. So so we head out there. Um, Whenever we get there, like we go through like an opening, and I see I see like a skinny like a vampire with a blade, and like right off the bat, Beck tells me that that's one of the ones we have to keep alive. Um, Before that, I want to say DM said roll initiative. So let's take a look at the map. So like I said, I start off in the entranceway to this. It's what is it called? A crypt, where it's a underground cemetery. But I'm in the entrance. We see this guy. And like I said, Beck tells us that that's one of the ones not to kill. Roll initiative. Um, I get first. I also invited the non-Wimic lady, daughter of something is her name, or with a species she is. Then you can see the rest of initiative. Um, oh yeah, we also brought the dog that Nina's controlling. Um, so I charge in. I do power attack 5 to this guy, and the DM's like non-lethal, and I'm like, no, I think he could handle one hit non-lethal, because I didn't want to take the -4. Um, so I hit him, do like 32 points of damage, and as you can see, he has an X on him. So apparently he couldn't. Uh, that comes up and ends up sustaining him. And then this one comes up and takes a swipe at me and misses. A round goes around, comes around, back to me. Now I do a non-lethal on this one. I want to say it's a girl. Uh, End up doing a natural 19, which is a crit for me, double or triple damage on my halberd. End up doing like 70 something, so she's knocked out cold. The rest of the party is behind me. We start pulling up, and then these these other types of type 3 start attacking. Um, group pulls up. Group pulls up behind me. Initially, all of this was like fog of war, and I ended up moving up here because I didn't realize this was a wall that I was next to. I thought it was all just fog of war, and I ended up like preparing an action for a charge, which I could do with my halberd for double damage. Uh, Later on, whenever I said the DM let me just stand in front of the wall, he said he didn't understand what I was doing. But eventually, we figure out it's this snake-like pattern that this map is going on. Eventually, I do what I said, where I come over here, just stand there and wait till these creatures charge at me. Eventually, I end up around here, and then let me move myself. Uh, We go through these actually fairly easy. Most of them don't have that great of hit points. Most of For most of the part, Kohaku and the Pitbull are kind of far behind, and Nina's just using basic spells since the DM's controlling her. Um, like I said, eventually that type of vampire thing runs up on me. End up having to do a fortitude everyone that's around it. I guess it has a smell or something. I don't think anyone failed. Eventually, I do get bit and end up losing a level temporarily. Uh, Kill that. I want to say there was another special one. Oh, but might have been this one. Yeah, because these ones look different. I don't remember who killed that. Eventually, the non-Wimic ended up ended up getting the final kill, getting the how you want to do this. Um, I charge up to about here, and we see that there's a coffin here, and that's where the DM ends up calling it for the night. Um, Future predictions, I have a feeling we're not going to fight the vampire that's inside there. Probably going to be completely wrong. I'm going to ask the DM if I can maintain my rage because I started it like a round or two before the fight ended. Um, I know I'm going to want to check the ceiling because last time we saw a coffin, the vampire was hiding on the ceiling. But you want to know what happens to the rest of the story? Watch my next videos. You want to know the whole story? Watch all my videos and check you later.